Hi guys, thank you for watching my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Neptune in the 4th house. What is Neptune? Neptune is where we dream. It's the parts of us that are intangible. It's where we go to transcend everyday reality through spirituality, dreams, creativity, love, sex, or drugs and alcohol. It is where we can easily be deceived or do the deceiving. It is where we may lack direction in our life as well as energy, and there may be some confusion there. Neptune is also about unconditional love. This is a water house. Neptune rules the 12th house and is associated with Pisces. What is the 4th house? The 4th house is our home. It's our roots. It's our inner self. It's the parts that we don't show to the world. It is where we find nourishment. It is where we find comfort and feel safety. It is also a karmic house. This is where there may be something from a past life, depending on what planets are here, where there is a specific energy that needs to be looked at or healed in order to evolve within this lifetime. Before going forward, I would like to remind you that this is just my personal interpretation, that these videos are never meant to discourage, and that no one placement defines you. We are complex beings, and you really have to look at the whole chart to get the whole picture. So please just take what speaks to you and release the rest, and I hope you enjoy this video. Neptune in the 4th house. This is a placement where there is a lot of idealization when it comes to your early home life and family. And this can kind of be a little bit of a tricky one. This is because, in a sense, it's almost like there can be a tendency of seeing things, your past, even your memories, through rose-colored glasses when it comes to the people in your life, your family, and your early childhood environment. And there may have been a lack of boundaries here because Neptune doesn't really have boundaries. Neptune is just infinity. And what it's going to do here is it's gonna blur things. It might even blur your memories. Maybe there's parts of your childhood that you don't even really remember. This is also where there may be secrets in your household growing up that you may have had revealed to you later on in adulthood, or maybe that you still don't know to this day, where you're kind of trying to, as an adult, go back and kind of put these puzzle pieces together, trying to, expand your own awareness and heal, can be more of a challenge here, trying to get the real story. If your aspects are positive or flowing aspects, you could have actually had a really great childhood. However, there still is, an idealization or possibly an exaggeration of how it was. Just because you have this placement doesn't mean that you had a terrible childhood, but there is something about it that maybe you're still not seeing quite clearly. With Neptune here, it can almost act like a mirror, where it's like you growing up were almost kind of reflecting off of the people around you, where you became like they projected onto you and you projected back to them in a way where there could have been an enmeshment with the family, where it was, this is how we all think, this is what we all do, where you may have had issues really developing as an individual separate from the family or the home life. With Neptune here, there may have been addiction, mental illness, or the absence of a parent in your life. This is also where we see that you may have been adopted. You may have been in foster care. You may not have actually known your parent figure. And there may have been expectations where you had to somehow sacrifice your own emotions and identity somehow in a way to comply with the needs of your family. This could have looked like maybe your mother or father, they worked in a field such as being a politician or a doctor or a counselor, where it's not that they had bad intentions, but they were never around. They were spreading their energy, helping other people all around them. But there was very little of them left to give to you, in the sense where you weren't really getting the love and attention and being seen in the way that you needed to be seen growing up. Because there may have been a lack of a real foundation in your home life growing up that really created a sense of maybe you just felt like you really didn't belong anywhere. You may, as an adult, grow up to maybe fantasize or really long for that home that you never had, or to be that parent that you wish that your parents would have been for you. And this may be something where you actually have a really amazing ability and gift to do that through awareness and through really going back and kind of taking extra steps to consciously recreate, figure out what really happened in your childhood. This could be through mentors, through kind of discussing with other people events that had happened, getting opinions, writing down your feelings, where you could really be an amazing parent, a very sensitive parent, someone who has the ability to create a beautiful home. And this is something that you might really crave, where you really want an atmosphere that is almost dreamy, or like a sanctuary where you could invite or practice meditation, where it's kind of like the aesthetics are very natural and pleasing and soothing, where you feel that you can bring a piece of harmony. Because this is something that you may have lacked growing up. This is something that is just waiting to be tapped into, but it's something that you need to understand that you're gonna have to create for yourself. That this is something that you need to envision in order to bring into reality for yourself through finding healing from any kind of childhood traumas that you may have endured. There is a parent within this placement that, whichever parent you feel that is associated with the fourth house, this is usually, it can be associated with the mother or the father. It's really kind of the hidden parent, the more nurturing parent. So whatever that is for you, this parent may have been very sensitive. Someone who may have had issues dealing with everyday realities of life. They may have been absent in your life, and even though they were there physically, it's like they weren't able to be there fully emotionally. Maybe they have childhood traumas that they haven't dealt with, and that even though they were there with you, they were never truly present with you. They weren't able to, they were blocked by their own traumas, and they weren't able to just be with you and have you be seen or appreciated in the moment. And I feel like sometimes with the fourth house placement, it's so easy to because you were a child, remember, but they were there for me, but it's like you have to kind of go that one step deeper into really figuring out, but were they? Neptune in the 4th, you are someone who is extremely sensitive, kind, that really carries, has the ability to carry such a deep inner peace. And you, over time, will learn that you can create this peace for yourself. This can be through learning how to reparent yourself. This could be through doing visual exercises where you could go back in your childhood and you can visualize yourself as a child and really be there for yourself in the way that you felt that your parent needed to be there for you. Sometimes you're never going to get I'm sorry in life, and you're never going to be able to expect that. And this is where you need to learn that you don't need that. You don't need that apology. You can do self-healing through awareness and through spirituality and through therapy. You absolutely have all the tools to be there for yourself and to heal that those childhood traumas. But first you need to kind of go there. You kind of need to almost like I said, envision yourself as a child. Go back, remember those feelings. Really go there and allow yourself to go there to kind of dig deeper, to really get down to the root of the issue, so you then are able to address it in a real way, where you are then, freed, where you're then able to be more present in the moment with your life and be aware of what it is that you really do need healing for. And so that you don't have to bring this in, this doesn't have to continue on, because this is the 4th house, this is a karmic placement. So this also means that there could have been, in your previous life, there may have also been an issue of family, of, maybe an absent parent. You may have been abandoned. There could have been addiction issues. So this isn't something that may just be relevant to this life. This is something that is in your path and it's written into your story that is just waiting to be healed, and you have the power to heal that with this kind of awareness, just knowing that this is the direction that you need to start going in. It might be helpful with Neptune in this placement to keep a journal, to write down your feelings, to start intentionally, tangibly doing things to question you on a deeper level within yourself. What is it that really nourishes you? What is it that makes you feel safe? What is it that you love about the people in your adult life that you have? What is it about them that you love that makes you feel comfortable opening up with them? These are really important questions, and also important, I feel, to write it down, to keep a journal or a log of this, because that'll really help, because Neptune kind of dissolves like quicksand. And with this placement, it'll be really important to do an action, whether you journal weekly or daily, just to write it down, because anything that you write down, it becomes, you make it into reality. And I think that would be very helpful in this placement, as well as, a healing activity for you could be being around water. This could be a river, a lake, the ocean. I mean, if you don't have a big body of water around you like everyone doesn't, maybe you're someone who could buy like an outdoor fountain. You could build a little shrine in your backyard where you have a place to go to meditate, to rejuvenate, to connect with the divine, and to get to know yourself on a deeper level, and to nourish that inner, deeper part of you that really needs love and attention. On a last note, Neptune in the 4th, some things that you guys want to also take note of is that with Neptune here, you can easily go into victim mode, you can become a martyr, and you can lose yourself in the relationships within your life where you are giving too much and you could be taken advantage of, and you really need to find balance here. You know, it's okay to communicate your needs, and at that point you need to stop and allow others around you to go ahead and meet those needs for you. And don't feel guilty about it, because your needs are also important and you never want to forget that. Self-love is really important here. All right, guys, so that is my interpretation of Neptune in the 4th house. I hope this was helpful. As always, I love to hear comments of your own personal experiences, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.